Hi and welcome to Stamping with Linda, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. I hope you have been following my series of creative fold cards, because today I'm going to take the creative fold card that we learned last week, the gatefold, and extend it out a little bit with creative cuts. And so this is the card you're going to learn how to make. This is using the label framettes, and we're going to learn how to cut that gable fold to make a creative cut. So let's get started. I have used the Raspberry Ripple cardstock. This is 5.5 by 8.5. We are going to score it at the 2 1/8 on both sides. Using my personal trimmer from Stampin' Up. Love this trimmer. Got it like so. Next, what I'm going to do is fold those gables in like so. The gatefold card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my label framette and I want to cut that opening. So I want half on one side of the gable and half on the other. So this is what I need to do. I've got my score lines, going to fold them back and forth, trying to lay them down. I'm going to go in with my label framette. I'm going to kind of size it up so that it's somewhat in the middle of that fold. I'm going to go in with Post-it notes and hold that framette down. So again, from the previous flip card from the Creative Folds class, we're going to do the same technique. I'm only going to be cutting half of that label, and even though there's nothing on this side that would cut, I do not want that framette to be embedded in my cutting mat. So what I need to do is to take that top mat, like we learned on the first video in the Creative Folds, and just put my cutting mat right to the line of that front of that card. So it cut out that framette. I'm just going to fold that back over, and now I'm going to hold that down, take my Post-it notes and put it on the other side of that framette, that label framette. So I've cut that side, open this up, bring back my Big Shot, remembering that I want my thickest cutting mat, or the cutting sandwich, to be in the front. I'm lining up that edge of the top cutting mat with the edge of my flower to make that creative cut in my gate card. So I've got that, set that aside. You'll notice that when I use the framette, I've got a little edge along there. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go into my vintage wallpaper embossing folder, and I'm going to lay that card up against the folder like so. Run that through my Big Shot, one side at a time. This time it doesn't really matter about my cutting mats because the paper is just part of that gatefold. So I've got that side. I'm going to do the same on the other side. If you have not been following my YouTube channel, Linda Bowen, YouTube, for Creative Fold series, you want to get on YouTube and check out the different cards that I have created so far. Have more in line in the months and weeks to come. So I've got my gatefold card like so with a creative cut. What I've done next is I've already went ahead and stamped Thinking of You, because please know that I care. This is from the Thoughts and Prayers stamp set. I stamped that in the Raspberry Ripple ink pad. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Best of Flower stamp set. This is the rose. Again, this was a stamp that was available before but was larger. They've brought it back for the Best of 25 in a smaller version. So I'm just taking that flower and just stamping around with the border like so. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the blender pen that I forgot over on my desk. Okay, got my blender pen. Used that, the blender pen in my first video also. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going in and I'm highlighting some of those petals just to add some more color to those flowers, like so. I've also went in with a 4" by 5 1/4 inch of primrose, stamped those flowers around the outside edge of that. That is going to become the inside of my gatefold card, like so. Going to now take a couple of dimensionals. I'm going to put one at the top of each of the label that I cut out. Again, that label was the same size label that I cut out from the gatefold. So I'm going to close that up like so and just place that in the opening. So I've not got that going on. Have also taken that rose from the Best of Flowers and have cut that up. Going to go in and just get a little snip of dimensional. Don't want too much because I don't want it showing through my cutout image. So there I have that. Next, I've already tied the bow. This is the Primrose petal in the Stitch Designer Series ribbon. And I'm just going to add that to the top of my card. So there now we have a creative fold card with a creative cut fold. Hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you are not, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Linda Bowen YouTube. You want to do that so that you will continue to get the videos on the creative folds. Thanks so much for joining me. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.